Saaski, and I wanted to talk to you today about a lesson that I learned last night about how you can and can't use tarot and how easy it is to make your own oracle cards. Well, to understand the situation, last night I found this great, well, what I hope is going to be great, online course by John Holland to help you increase your clairvoyance and sensitivity. And I thought that was great, and I consulted my tarot, and they said that my guardian angels through the tarot said that I should do it. And that answer was very, very clear. And then afterwards, when I was just about to pay for the course, I realized that I didn't know where my wallet was, so I searched the entire house. I could not find it anywhere, and then I had the idea that maybe I could use 4 of the tarot cards to represent different places in the house, and in that way get help from my angels, my guardian angels, in finding my wallet so that I could do this course. And so I went through all the entire deck and looked for cards that looked to me like they could symbolize part of the house. This one, the Ten of Earth, I chose for the living room because it's got an entire family, and that's, family is generally where the living room is, the room where the entire family spends time together. And it's 9 of Air with all the unicorns sleeping was my bedroom. Life Experience with the tower in the background, just in case it was somewhere else in the house. So that was the entire house. And then the Chariot to represent outside of the house, somewhere not here, just in case it wasn't. And so I took those cards and I shuffled them, and I drew the Chariot card. And instead of thinking, oh, it's not here, I got really, really frustrated and I felt blocked. And I thought to my angels, oh, come on, please, give me an answer. And so I shuffled them again, and I got the Ten of Earth. And instead of thinking, great, Ten of Earth, I still felt blocked for some reason. And at this point my inner voice was getting really, really whiny. And I thought to my angels, why won't you answer me? And because it wasn't like it was like some frivolous thing that I was spending all of my savings on. This was like something to help me, really, really something that I needed. And so I was getting frustrated and whiny, and this memory came to me of a part of another course that I'd taken by Dorian Virtue and Radley Valentine about certified angel card reading course. Some of you might know. But anyway, there was a point in that course where Dorian says the cards can't become something else. So they can't magically change their meaning to be something else, but they'll come as close as they can. And that made me pause, because I'd been trying to attribute a certain room onto each of the cards, which they didn't actually represent themselves, in fact. And so I realized that what they were trying to tell me was that this was not how I was going to get an answer. And so, thinking, what on earth am I going to do then? because, you know, I needed help, and I said, please, please, what else can I do? And I remembered another thing that Doreen said, that was how she first wrote her life purpose oracle deck, her life purpose oracle deck, and that was that she wrote down the names of the cards on pieces of paper, threw them in a bag, and then drew those papers out of the bag, and that was her oracle cards. And so I wrote down on 4 pieces of paper, outside of the house, living room, somewhere else in the house, and bedroom. And all the while I did this, I thought, these are going to be my mini oracle cards for helping me find things. And after that, I ripped up the piece of paper into about, you know, the same size, 4 different pieces, folded them up, shuffled them around with my hands, and then at this point I had closed my eyes, so I shuffled them around, took my hands away, and then reached out with my eyes still closed to touch, and the first piece of paper that my fingers touched I picked up, and it said bedroom. And so, you know, my ego was still a little bit nervous at this point because, you know, with the spectacular failure with the tarot cards that I'd just gone through. And so, but not listening, I went upstairs, not listening to my ego, I went upstairs 5 seconds flat. I'm not even joking. I went in there, looked around, and went straight to my bedside table, which I'd looked at before, but I hadn't seen my wallet there, and it was like right there in the drawer. Oh no. It's my housemate. So yeah, the lesson of today is tarot cannot be, like, you can't change the cards to mean what you want them to mean. However, creating your own cards is as easy as writing down simple couple of words onto a piece of paper and shuffling them around.